Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a one brand drugstore tutorial for the brand Wet n Wild. I'm super excited. Some of these products are full first impressions, so that's really awesome. So if you guys want to see more drugstore or high-end one brand tutorials, let me know. Hey guys, so we're going to start with brows. The first item I have isn't a first impression. I've had this before. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Brow Pencil. I have the shade Black. I'm just gonna, I'm not a huge fan of this, honestly, but I'm just gonna try to create as sharp as a shape as I can. The only reason I don't really like this is because it just kind of flattens easy. It doesn't really stay sharp, so it's hard to get like a pristine line, but I'm just gonna try to throw on my brows real quick with that. So that's it for the brows. It's not a bad brow pencil. I just think it's super, super creamy, so it's kind of hard to work with. Maybe if you already have eyebrows, it would be a little bit easier just to kind of fill in. It's kind of hard to reshape because it is so creamy. It's kind of hard to control. But if you don't have eyebrows like I do, then I wouldn't really recommend this just because it's a little hard to work with and it's really hard to create a new shape. But it's really inexpensive, so that's not bad. So for primer, I'm going to go in, this is a new product, the Photo Focus Dewy Primer. I'm really excited to try this. I think they had a matte one too, but since I have dry skin, obviously I wanted to go in with the dewy one. Ooh, so it's like, kind of like a flesh tone, and has a little bit of shimmer in it. It came out a lot at a time. I don't know if you can see that. It's really like, it's kind of like thick, like almost like a moisturizer. Ooh, it's making my skin glowy. Okay. Ooh, yeah, my skin's like super, super glowy, but I like it because it's not like chunks of glitter. It's just like a sheen. Ooh, okay. I'm kind of feeling this primer. Kind of like this so far. For eyes, I'm gonna go on with this Wet n Wild Makeup Stick Concealer. I've had this. I usually just use this to prime my eyes because it's too like dark to use as a concealer for me. So I just kind of use it to prime my eyes and it works perfectly fine for that. So for eyes, I'm really excited to try this out. This is the Rosé in the Air palette. It's beautiful. That pink is gorgeous. This reminds me a lot of the Modern Renaissance palette. So we will see. Yeah, I'm really excited to try this palette because Wet n Wild shadows are really good, and this is just a really gorgeous palette. So we're gonna go in with this light cream shade up top. It's just like creme brulee. You know, actually, we're gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow, just because it's a little bit bigger, so I can get my brush into it easier, just to set the eyelids. Really feeling this primer. It's making my skin super dewy and luminous. Okay, so I think to start out, we're gonna go in with this top transition shade. It's just like this cool toned taupey brown color. Now I kind of want to go in with this warmer transition shade at the bottom just to go over the transition shade we just did. Now I'm going to go into this gorgeous orange shade. That color is so pretty, and I'm just going to go right in the crease with that. So far, I'm really liking these eyeshadows. They're blending super, super easily. They're really pigmented. Look how gorgeous that orange shade is. It reminds me a lot of Realgar from the Anastasia palette. If you guys are interested in seeing like a dupe video maybe, then I would be happy to do that. Yeah, this brow I'm like not loving. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to fix it because I'm not mad at this brow. I kind of like it, but this brow I'm like, Now I'm gonna go in with this really gorgeous pink right on the lid. Go in with a little bit of that kind of burnt red color, which reminds me of Red Ochre from the Anastasia palette. I'm going to go right in the crease with that. Thing I noticed is as I'm blending, the shadow on the lid is kind of wiping away, but it's kind of normal. It happens with a lot of eyeshadows, so I'm just going to reapply it. We're going to go in with that light cream shade right under the brow bone. Okay, for mascara, this is new. This is the Mega Plump Mascara. They had quite a few mascaras online. I just kind of got whatever one sounded the best for me. Not a huge fan of the wand, but we will see how it goes. Honestly, it's not really doing much. It's like kind of lengthening them. It's a super dry formula, which normally I like dry mascaras. This is just a little too dry. Oh, I just noticed there's a little bit of fallout with those shadows too, which isn't a big deal. Fallout's not like a huge thing to me. I know some people like hate fallout. So I'm not a huge fan of that mascara, but I'm going to put false lashes on anyways. Going in with the Vegas Nape by Eylure Grand Glamour. These are my favorite lashes. I use them in like all my videos. So I'm going to go in with those, and then we'll start foundation. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Photo Focus foundation. I have the shade Shell Ivory. I've had this before, but it's kind of like a first impression because I've only used it once. And I don't really remember how I liked it, honestly, so. I remember though it's not extremely full coverage, so we're gonna have to use quite a bit of foundation because. Okay, so I'm not mad at the coverage. I kind of actually like the way it looks, and that primer made it super dewy, which normally it's a little bit more of a drier foundation. So I'm actually kind of living. Concealer, this is again a new one. This is the Coverall Concealer. This seems to be a theme because if you saw my products I hate video, I have the Photo Focus Concealer, and this is the lightest shade, and it's pretty dark, as you can see, like compared to my face. And then this is again the lightest shade, and the shade Light, and it's again pretty dark. So we're gonna try it out. I'm not gonna, hate it yet. Okay, yeah, that's too dark for me. But we're gonna go with it. Man. I'm gonna go in with the other concealer under my eyes just to see. Okay, this one's a little bit lighter. And look, it's already oxidizing, so yeah, I'm not a fan. This one's already, I don't know if you can see that. It's already oxidizing. Yikes. Let me go over this one to try to make it a little bit lighter. So I'm going to go in with the cream contour. I'm going to go in with the contour makeup stick. This is in Where's Walnut. I kind of like this contour stick. It's a little bit warm for me, but it's not a bad stick for contour. Powder, this is again a new product for me. This is the Photo Focus pressed powder. I got Warm Light. Again, this is the lightest shade. And this looks like it'll match me, so I am staying confident about this one. Okay, it makes my under eyes look super flawless, though. Okay, I'm really digging the way it makes my skin look. It looks super flawless and airbrushed. So I'm liking that powder a lot, actually. It reminds me a lot of the Kat Von D Lock-It powder foundation. Reminds me of that. I really like it. And it did add a little bit of coverage, too. So we're going to go in with contour. This is the part I'm kind of scared for because this is the only Wet n Wild contour product I have. And the color is just way too warm for me. I'm going to make it work, though. But they don't have any, like, cool tone contour shades. So yeah, I'm gonna make this work. Okay, you know what? I'm not mad at it. It's not as warm once it goes on the skin. Okay, I kind of like it. I don't know if it'll replace my other contour, but I'm just gonna go in with this big fluffy brush and just bronze the rest of the forehead. This is another product I have and I love. This is the Color Icon blush in the shade Rosé Champagne. It's this gorgeous like nude color. It doesn't really look like much in the pan, but once you put it on your cheeks, it's like stunning. So pretty. Okay, and then for highlight, I got a couple highlight products. I got this one in the shade Diamond Lily. I have one already. I will show you. This is Precious Petals. It's just a little bit dark for me. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it's just too dark for my skin tone. And I got this one, which is really pretty. I'll swatch it for you. Look at that. It's kind of like a silvery kind of color. But I also got the Mega Glow highlighting palette, which I'm very excited for. But this highlight's actually in here, so I bought it twice, but it's whatever. This is what the shades look like. Really, really gorgeous. I'm kind of feeling this shade. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's really pretty. That's in the shade Sweet Peony. This one is Wild Cosmos, and that's Blushing Azalea. So they're really gorgeous. I'm going to go in. I actually got a new highlighting brush. This is the Unicorn Glow highlighting brush. I was going to get some brushes, but I was like, I don't really need any more brushes. But this one I like had to get because the packaging, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It reminds me a lot of my favorite highlighting brush. This is the Arbonne Precision brush. They're very similar. But this one's a little bit more flat, which I kind of like. I mean, the packaging is just stunning. So I'm going to go in with the, what was this called? Sweet Peony, and then this highlighting brush. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, I'm in love. I'm in love. This reminds me a lot of the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. It's stunning. Look at that. That's stunning. I hope they sell the shade without the kit because that's so pretty. Stunning. So far this might be my favorite thing. Now I'm gonna finish the eyes. I think I'm gonna go in with this orange, a mix of the orange and the burnt red color for the lower lash line. So really liking this palette too. Definitely a great drugstore option. I'm gonna go back in with this mascara and just try to blend my falsies and then do my lower lashes. Okay, so that's the eyes finished. I'm actually really obsessed with the look. So before we go into lips, I'm going to set my face. This is the Natural Finish Setting Spray. This is new. I've heard mixed reviews about this. I heard, first of all, the packaging. It's like tiny. Oh, it's like a... Oh, oh my god. It smells like straight up hairspray. And it has a thick spray. Like, you can kind of see dots, but I kind of like the way it feels, and I kind of like the smell. Okay, so I have a ton of Wet n Wild lipsticks, and I got a ton more because I love Wet n Wild lipsticks. I don't know what I kind of want to go in with this pretty orange. Okay, give me a second to decide, and then I'll be back. Okay, after swatching a ton, I think I'm going to go in with this orange. I don't remember what these kind of lipsticks are called. I have a ton of these ones, the Mega Last ones. I'm not 100% sure what these are called, but these are cheaper, so yeah, they're like 99 cents. I'm going to go in with a new lip liner. This is, first of all, look at how long this lip liner is. I have a couple of these, the gel lip liners by them. Like, look at that. Look at the difference. And I really like these. I haven't tried these yet, but I really like this color. This is Willow. These are huge. Like, you can never run out of this. Okay, I think I might actually like this lip liner better than the gel ones, just because if you watch some of my videos, you know I like pencils better than like twist ups. And this is a little bit drier, which I like in a lip pencil. I like drier lip pencil. So then we're going to go in with the shade. This is called Honolulu's Calling. It's this gorgeous orange. They're super, super creamy. Like that was like so, like it just glided on. Okay, and that was the full look. I'm actually really, really happy with how it turned out. I love the eyes. I love the lips. I'm just going to go over real quickly the new products that I tried, not the ones I had because I kind of already had an opinion on them. The primer, I really, really like this. I think it really did make my skin super dewy and like luminous, and it made this foundation not as like dry on top, which I really, really liked. So that I definitely recommend. For concealer, not a huge fan of this just because it was too dark. It covered fine, it worked fine as a concealer, but for the lightest shade, it was pretty, like you guys saw how dark it was, and it oxidized super quickly, so not a huge fan of that. For powder, I really, really liked this powder. I definitely recommend it for a cheap drugstore powder. It was really good. It reminded me a lot of the Kat Von D one. It gives you coverage, and it's like really gorgeous on the skin, and it makes you look like flawless and airbrushed. The eyeshadow palette, really, really like this. Again, a super awesome drugstore option. Yeah, I really, really like the colors. They blended beautifully. Really, really like this. For highlight, this is probably my favorite thing. I really, really like this highlighting palette. This color is gorgeous. I'm definitely going to go back on and purchase the full size of that just so I have it. But the other shades are really pretty. This green is really pretty. Ooh. Ooh. Do you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but that's really pretty. But yeah, definitely love that. If you are not in the market to buy an Anastasia Glow Kit, then definitely try this out. Setting sprays, I really like this. It does smell like hairspray, so if you're sensitive to smells, don't get this. But I actually really liked it. I think it set the makeup. I just kind of have to see how it lasts. That's like the biggest thing, but I like it. It's a good setting spray. For lip liner, really, really like this lip liner. I think I like these better than the gel ones, and they're cheaper too, which is really cool. So the only thing is the lid's kind of like loose on it. It doesn't really want to stay, but really, really like the lip liner. And then for lipstick, I've tried those lipsticks before, so I know I love them. No surprise. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. See you guys later.